Hi everyone, it's Katherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Mix It Up Monday, the Instagram and YouTube hop, and we're using this sketch, which I'll leave a link to the blog post below that was found in. So I have got all these products out, so I'm focusing on using some products from Bloom Street by Paige Evans. This is an older collection, and I'm starting with this white cardstock background. And I actually picked out the collection first and then went to my photos and decided on what photo I would use. And yes, it turned out really well because my friend's dress in this photo is in those beautiful um, pinks and purple colors that are in this collection. So I thought it was the perfect photo to scrap here. Now I'm using a couple of distress oxides just with the packaging technique. And those two purple colors are shaded lilac and milled lavender. And so like you can see, I'm just smushing them down with the packaging. And now I'm going to go in and add some splatters with both of those colors. So one is a Distress Oxide spray and the other is the ink pad. So I'm just using that to, yeah, just get some of the background going. Now I'm using this stencil. I think it's from Obed Marshall. I can't remember what collection, but I'm using these two pink Distress Oxides. One is Kitsch Flamingo and the other is Picked Raspberry. And I'm just using one of my brushes to put a few sections of this floral kind of pattern, and I love this stencil. And so I'm going to put one down in the bottom left hand corner as well, because that's where my title will be. And then I'm coming in here and doing some more splatters with those colors as well, with those pink tones, and I'm just splattering that around. And then I decide I better come back in with some more shaded lilac sprinkles just in that bottom corner, because I hadn't done the smushing technique around the bottom. I thought I should do that. And now I'm just going to add my gold splatters here before we get started. So I've set that off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and start creating, some of the elements of this layout. So that sketch had some banners, so 4 banner pieces. So I thought this paper would work really well as my banner pieces, and it's, obviously I could lay it different ways, and I do end up using 2 different ends. So one's sort of that fishtail end and one's also that sort of pointed arrow end. But I really love how this turns out, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of these. Now I did just trim off a little bit of that white space on the edge, but this turned out a really easy way to create these banners, these 4 banners that were in the sketch, and I love how it turns out. So like you can see, I'm just trimming a few of these out, and I am tending to use sort of that pinks and purple colors, but I do leave this one in that's got the yellow, and I do bring in some other colors when I'm embellishing this layout. So just sort of laying them out and seeing how I can make this work. And then I'm taking my photo, I'm going to mount it on a couple of different pattern papers from the 6x8 paper pad. And so I'm just adding a reasonable border around the edge of that. I will go ahead and distress the edges. I really like doing that on my photos. So just distressing those edges there, and then I will stick the next layer down, which is this beautiful floral, and it just gives a little bit of white space. And then I still need some of that brighter pink, so I go ahead and pick out one of those sort of brighter pink pattern papers. And as you can see, I've got my embellishments all off to the side there. So I've got lots of fussy cut florals. I've got some florals from the die cut ephemera. I've got a title in mind, or at least a combination of titles. And yeah, so I didn't I followed the sketch pretty closely, to be honest. So as you can see, just roughing up the edges of that last bit of pattern paper. And my layout isn't quite dry here, but I'm just going to go for it because I really wanted to keep creating and I didn't want to have to stop and wait. So I'm laying out those banners and putting down my photo. And then I realized I need sort of a longer one. I'm just dabbing up a bit of that gold. It wasn't quite dry. And so I'm trying to work out what I can do to create a little bit longer banner. And I do just decide to add 2 of those pieces together, and that works really well. So I'm going to add my title down here, and these are gold thickers. I'm not sure where they're from. They came in the kit with this collection. So but they're not page events. So I've got my tribe. This photo is of myself and my two friends who both have kids at the same school as my son, and we were at a Mother's Day lunch to help raise some money for the school. And so someone snapped this beautiful photo, and I loved it, so I wanted to get it scrapped. So I'm just laying out some different floral clusters, and I really love how these clusters look. So I'm just laying them out. I'm going to add some foliage as well and some of those berries. And I've added a die cut ephemera piece down the bottom, and I'm just adding a little bit more to it again just to fill it out a little bit to add that title. And I thought I wanted something else, but I couldn't sort of make too much work. So I'm going to add that sort of those berries back, or those fronds. And so I'm just looking through this 2x2 pack. It reminds me I should create another sort of grid layout with those. They're really fun, those small kind of 2x2s to create some grid layouts with. Now I'm just taking some butterflies from the sticker sheet and adding 3 of those to the different clusters. Then I add that sticker that says together. And then I'm just trying to work out, there was I guess a label down in that bottom left-hand corner, but I do end up removing it. Just wasn't working for me. I wanted to make more of those florals and not sort of, yeah, put that other piece on. But now I'm going to go ahead and add a label to the top of my photo there. I'll probably end up adding the date and maybe a little bit of journaling, but I will do that off camera. And so now that I've laid everything out, I'm just going to go ahead and stick everything down. So I wanted to thank Anna for setting up this YouTube hop every month. I really enjoyed. I haven't participated in every month, but I really enjoy creating with these sketches and joining in on the hop. So I will leave links below to all the people playing along for this June hop. And as you can see, I'm sort of just struggling a little bit with this sticking down. I was hoping it'd be a bit smoother, but you'll see me struggle a little bit. So I hope you appreciate me leaving this part of the process in. Sometimes I do cut it out, but it's good to see other people kind of, fiddle with things and move things around and see how they can make it work, especially when trying to stick everything down and how to do it. So I am first of all sticking those sort of floral clusters down in the corners of my photo and sticking that to the photo so that it's in the right position. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick down these banner pieces. As you can see, sort of making this one a little bit longer. The photo is going to sit right over that, so you'll never know that it's 2 pieces joined together. And then I'm going to use some ATG, but I will add some wet adhesive because there is that mixed media in the background. Now I haven't popped anything up on foam. I am trying to keep some of my albums a little bit flatter, to save on some space. So now you can see I'm just adding those last little sort of touches, and I'll add some, because these are stickers, I will add some foam adhesive to these butterfly wings just so that they sort of sit up a little bit, and stick those down with some wet adhesive, and I'll do that with the other few. And I really love how this layout came together. I really enjoy creating along with a sketch. It's good fun. So I hope you get the chance. If you get the chance to create and use this sketch, please share with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see what you create. So I'm just sticking down those pieces. I'm going to stick down this title. I don't know if I do it on camera, but I certainly go ahead and add some wet adhesive to the back of that title. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, because I don't think that they'd sit overly well. I don't think it'd stick. They didn't feel overly sticky. So I'm sticking that down, and I'm not sure that I have too much left of this layout. So like I said, make sure you go ahead and check out everyone that's participating in this hop. I will leave some close-ups at the end. Oh, I'm just adding that together sticker down on some foam adhesive. But yeah, thank you very much for watching along. I hope if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also, consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you here. That's it for my layout. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye.